So, you guys managed to escape the cave of emotional damage. And you made it out with your lives, mostly intact.
You want to know what's funny, Pete? That's actually what I've called the last episode. I actually called it emotional damage.
So, you go.
Sorry.
And your little crazy person was there to greet you. And you then went and had a short rest. Did you guys do anything in this time whilst you were relaxing?
Tending to my wounds.
Brandon, fortunately, was unhurt, at least physically, throughout all of that. So he's actually, no, he isn't unhurt. He's down by 2, but I don't think I'll roll any hit dice.
And Mr. Fluff.
Who is muted?
And guess he's currently pooping. That is currently canon. Until he says otherwise, he is pooping.
Could he just not be having a drink or talking to someone? It has to specifically be that.
He's having... that's his short rest, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, just the entire time, just, yeah.
You kind of implying that he's perhaps taking the laptop to the toilet with him, so he could stop it. I actually knew someone at work who did that. Yeah. They weren't there much after that.
How you done pooping?
I'm back.
You have a nice poop?
No, my father called me.
You see, he was just talking to someone.
I don't believe that.
I guess correctly.
And he's calling from another country, so it's kind of rude to pick up right now.
Everyone's currently having the short rest. What are you doing during your short rest?
Did we already start?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Oh, I had no time to ruin his intro.
Oh, it's fine. They yeah, don't worry. That was done quite thoroughly.
During the short rest, what would June do? Collect her thoughts, I think, mostly about missing every attack.
Fair enough.
That +9.
So, did you take any damage from that?
We debated that last time, but no, I think we decided it was fluffy emotional damage, not June emotional damage.
I suffered enough. Don't let June suffer.
So a few hours pass as you collect yourselves, and that feels somewhat revigorated from what you previously were. Judging by the sun in the sky, you can say it is late afternoon, evening. Not going dark, but it's later on.
If it is already afternoon, there's a good chance we have to camp out.
I do believe that we did prepare for that eventuality, though, with the stuff in the bag of holding.
We did.
Yeah. But there's still
I say,
some...
let's just continue.
I mean, we might as well try and get the honey and then just camp on the way back.
Or depending on how close we are, just...
True. But I suppose we're not going to know that until we reach our destination.
Did Leaders give us any descriptions or how we could find them or their way of living?
I was going to ask our little friend here if he happened to know, since he knew where the cave was for the will-o-wisps.
Your little friend is just lying still on the floor, eyes closed.
Oh god, he isn't dead, is he?
David? Afternoon.
What do you want?
I was wondering if you could guide us to the bees so we could get honey, if you know where that is.
So he gets up, scratching his ass. What's in it for me?
We can pay you if that's something you would like.
Got any good sticks?
We got sticks, yeah. We also have some gold.
I could collect more sticks if you want.
Puts his hand on his chin.
Or, since you are living outside, I could give you something that's a bit more useful, like a lantern.
Slowly scratches his chin. I'll take a lantern and a good-sized stick to hang it on.
Alright, deal.
Do we have a good sized stick?
I mean, we could just look around for one.
Sure.
Roll to search for a stick.
We also have a pole.
I'm going to roll that investigation check, see if Brandon can find a stick.
You find twigs.
I was just about to say, it'd be kind of more impressive than anything to not find any sort of wood in the forest.
Yeah. Could I roll survival to find a stick?
You may.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay? Right. Went from. Oh, why doesn't?
It's not come through.
Oh,
on
it's not. Yeah, I rolled on D&D Beyond. Should I roll again in the chat?
I saw it was a 6 in D&D Beyond.
How can you say? Oh, okay, yeah. It was
Yeah,
6.
because of the campaign, like how
campaigns.
it was linked. Yeah.
You also find plenty of twigs.
It's like, John, you're letting me down here, buddy. You're supposed to be the one who's good at this.
Usually I am, but I'm still mentally stuck in the cave.
is reasonable, honestly.
Oh, such a sticks as we go. Come on, this way. It's always bees you want.
Yeah, honeybees. Specifically honey that we want, not necessarily the bees.
Okay, this way.
If we could get honey without the bees, that would be even better.
You start stomping off into the forest.
I follow.
Well, if there are bees and it's getting dark, they're all returning to the main comb. A hive. Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Normally, yes.
Do we have something that generates smoke?
Brandon motions to his hands. I make fire from these. That probably generates smoke.
We have a fire.
Would that work?
And if we gather enough foliage, we might be able to smoke them out.
I mean, to be
and
fair,
burn,
I could just use that firebolt. That doesn't require any spell slots. I could just do that as many times as I like.
I also remember,
yeah.
I believe it was Cletus who said that the bees are extraordinarily large.
Yeah, around 3 feet, he said. I
Yes.
think 4 feet. I don't know. They were big. That's all I remember.
So, not sure how much smoke we might need.
A lot.
It would probably be going into the hive just unprepared.
Physically, no.
Yeah.
Not.
Whilst you are walking along, the journey will take about an hour and a half-ish. So during this time, I'll let you each roll an investigation check to see if you can find a good enough stick. Well, is there anything else you potentially want to search for along the way? Or survival. And Jen, I just say just roll in. Roll 20.
How do I roll? Is that's better.
And you two also going to roll?
Yeah. I'd say Brandon's looking for the stick, but given that conversation we just had, he's also going to look at stuff that might burn easily and produce smoke.
Yeah, David will not be looking for the stick and mostly be looking for anything that will smoke.
Yeah. So an 18 for Brandon.
Negative for David.
Do you roll negative?
A 5. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
So for David, you find plenty of nice and luscious looking leaves, and plenty of healthy trees and bushes, but nothing that looks like you'd take very quickly. Jun, you managed to find a decent sized stick. It is about 4 feet high, and at the top of it it's kind of got several sticky out bits. Yeah, looks like a nice solid stick.
I hand the stick to the forest, David.
You will stop and be looking it over. Meanwhile, Brandon, you will be rummaging around in the bushes, and you'll come strutting out with a 3-foot high stick. That's just straight.
Looks like you might already have one that's suitable, but do you think that this stick would be good as well, or better? Holding it out to David. Or it's David, that is.
He looks it over, takes it off you, holds it in his hand, weighs it up and down, looks at the other one, goes, throws the smaller one over his shoulder. Brandon, you watch it go. As it lands in a dry bush. It makes some good kindling.
Oh! Well, that... Oh, look over there, that's convenient. This stuff might actually... this bush that the stake landed on looks like it actually burned quite well. Hey John, do you want to help me gather some of this up?
Sure, yeah.
Whilst you do so, Forrest David stands with his stick watching over you as you gather, laying judgment on you. You're not very good at gathering.
I found that stick for you, didn't I?
No, you're doing it all wrong. This is how you do it.
Okay, well,
You walk over,
I'm
you
happy
start
for
showing
you
you
to
how
show.
to pick things up quick.
Okay, oh wow, you are really good with your hands. Oh my.
He starts picking things up with his feet.
He's basically like Octopus, Brandon from a few episodes ago, using all of his limbs.
Eventually, you manage to collect together basically all of the dead brush, the dead leaves, twigs that have fallen away from it. You have plenty of kindling. Going to assume it goes into the bag of holding, probably.
I would say so.
Okie dokie. And with that, you continue on your way until eventually you hear a dull bzzz in the distance.
Okay, that sounds like our destination over there.
Let's move sneakily from there.
Good idea.
I don't want to catch any unwanted attention.
Roll me a group stealth check.
Let me just...
Yep, that's good. Yep, very good. Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
this
Okay.
is pretty standard fare for us at this point.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys are rummaging through the bush, and you make your way towards a large clearing area. You may recognize the map from earlier, that is simply because it's a nice, simple, generic map to use.
We are on the other map
I'm
still.
switching over at the moment.
Ah, right, okay. Just because you say, you'll recognize this map, yes, it's still the same one, so I think we will.
As you
I
approach the
forgot.
clearing, you can see some large snakes fluttering around the clearing. You will see these guys.
Oh my.
Weirdly adorable.
They buzz around lazily, going across some flowers, licking them with their tongues before taking off again to find more, to gather more pollen. Going towards an area which is... where's that there for now? Over here. You see a hive which starts to go underground a little bit. Just about enough space for them to crawl in. And with that, Forest David nods to you all and then takes several long steps backwards.
Hey, David, you don't have any advice for us on how to gather the honey? Have you dealt with these guys before? You look a little bit nervous there, buddy.
Oh, God, no. You see those
Okay.
fucking stingers?
Yes, I can. Which is why I'm nervous and I'm asking you for advice.
Vice! Don't mess with the hive.
Right. Okay.
One of them is going to start lazily buzzing over towards you. They are cussing you because you failed the check.
Is it heading toward... You said it's lazily heading towards us, so... Can we kind of sense if it has any hostile intent in its
Not
approach?
charging you. It's just kind of swaying from left to right as it's bobbing towards you. Its eyes fixed on David.
I cast Arm of Axis
Fair enough.
as protection.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
How many temporary hit points did you get again from that?
10.
It's just flat 10, yeah.
Yeah.
So as you cast that, its head will twist to the side slightly. It'll lick one of its paws.
Hey there, buddy.
Bzzz.
The other one, when they interact, do they make sounds or do they like do the bee dance?
They do a bee dance. They shake their booty. Shaking their booty.
So guys,
we
how
are
are you?
into foraging and surviving out in the wilderness.
Okay, I do this.
It's very close towards you, Jin. It's on level with your head. Its eyes are gazing into yours.
Dance, like I do a little shimmy dance, hoping to convey friendship.
Roll me performance.
I already regret whatever I had. Okay.
An 11. Okay. You describe your dance.
You know Carlton from Fresh Prince?
Yep, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, but very, very timid.
It tilts its head to the side slightly, buzzes up a little bit closer towards you. It starts to mimic you slightly, your shapes with its large butt. Its head doing the opposite to it. Then it stops, buzzes towards David again.
Are there any flowers?
Roll me a
nearby?
quick perception check.
18.
There's one by your foot you can grab quite quickly.
I grab the flower and using Druid's Craft, I wanna make it bloom and then hold it towards the bee.
Roll me
Yeah, that's so hard to
persuasion. Actually, no, roll me animal handling is more appropriate.
be. 18.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
roll, good roll.
I have
Okay.
no modifiers on them.
2 18s in a row.
Don't worry, something will go disastrous in a minute, probably. So you hold the flower and it
During combat.
you cause it to start to bloom, and you see the eyes start to dilate slightly on the bee. It comes forward and it starts to reach onto the flower, tongue darts out and licks it, sucking up all the nectar within it. You see it start to do a little wiggle with its butt. After a moment, it straightens up a little bit and returns lazily buzzing away towards the hive.
I slowly follow. I cannot move my token, but I do follow.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think we've got permission on this map.
Oh, copy them over from another one. Should have.
Frozen, too fair.
There we go, should be fine now. Gosh, brought over your daggers. The important bits.
Obviously.
Your only
the
reliable
dog was also-
companions.
Just gonna put a little mark on this one. Remember how? As you approach this other one, which was lazily rolling around on the floor, it buzzes into the air, looking at you.
I try and do the same thing.
Roll me just animal handling this time.
15.
This one also does much the same. It comes forward and it starts to eat away as much of the nectar that blooms from it as possible, before then shaking its butt and moving away.
I hope that these are intelligent creatures like crows, and then if you give them something they like, they will reward you with things.
Or also provide attention, I guess.
I mean, I guess at the very least, if we give each of them a flower, they're not going to be milling about out here and all retreat into the hive. But then again, do we necessarily... Forrest David said not to screw with the hive, so I'm not really sure if smoking the
My-
hive would be the best idea.
My idea is trying to make friends with them. If they see us as, non-hostile creatures, then maybe they will be more lenient with us taking some money.
Yeah, I definitely think it would be worth trying it this way at first.
June, you're
Oh, yeah,
good with animals, right?
I guess.
Go, grab yourself a flower.
Alright, I grab a flower and give it to this one.
Animal handling with advantage.
Let's see.
This one also buzzes and starts to eat the nectar out of the flower. Gives a little shake of its booty, a little wiggle of its hands as well, this for this one. And that turns and floats away, buzzing on its way towards the hive.
You know what? I'm going to try and help too. Brandon picks up a flower and he's going to head over to this one.
I'll give you advantage as well again.
No, he's getting swarmed. No.
This is when we find out he's actually a lead.
Oh, nat 20. Can that impress two of them because it was a nat 20?
No, it can impress 3 of them.
Okay, that's oddly nice of you. I appreciate it.
With that, these 3 elements start to buzz around you, going in circles. They
Guys,
each take darts in at the flower.
should they be doing
And
this?
as they do that, they start to shudder, shaking their butts quite a lot.
Stay calm. I think they like it. I hope.
One lands on your head, and from on top of your head, its tongue darts out and reaches all the way to the flower before reaching back.
Oh.
Oh, come
One of them just has to crawl around your leg.
Don't
The other one just stays
I'm-
buzzing in front of you.
I'm keeping calm. Keep it calm.
Pictures of this. In the meantime, I'm making video.
They don't feel threatened. They won't attack.
I'm staying perfectly still over my mouth, which is moving. Hopefully, don't call in my mouth.
As you are speaking there, the one on your head starts to crawl down your face and stays in front of your face.
Are they as fluffy and soft as they look?
Yes.
Brandon holds a thumbs up.
I mean,
After a few
nice
moments,
experience.
they eventually separate from you, buzzing around you, making little circles around you. Before then, all 3 buzzing towards the hive.
Guys, I can't tell if that went really well or really badly. I mean, it didn't get stung, so I assume it went really well.
I sit down on the ground with a new flower.
And I, in the meantime, will be using my staff's feature to return the spell slots to a long rest.
With advantage again, by the way.
It's a net 20.
Okay, so this one rather timidly crawls across the ground towards you. As you offer it the flower, it lifts its head slightly and crawls closer and closer before going right up to your legs and just kind of waiting for you to bring the flower down to it.
I sit down with crossed legs, holding the flower for it.
It crawls onto your lap, circling once before settling into it. And its tongue darts up and licks the flower. It stays like that for a few minutes. Nice and cozy.
Cradled like a baby while feeding the flower.
It completely lets you. It is completely placid. The only movements, other than its tongue darting in and out, is its butt shaking in your lap. After I'd say 5 minutes, it decides to roll around and get up, and then buzz on and into its hive.
You know, I have an idea actually, Dave.
What's your idea?
What if we go into the hive just with a bunch more flowers? Like, if we kind of just
The
build them
opening's
onto...
only just big enough to let them in.
Oh, right.
Big enough just for what?
I'm just about to...
Just
How
to
big?
let the bumbles in.
How big are the bees?
3 foot long by about a foot high.
Right. I thought it was a much bigger opening than that.
David, at the very least, walks a bit closer towards the hive. See if he
I'm
can...
4'11". Could I squeeze in?
I mean, I suppose you could try to.
From a closer
Guys, give
perspective,
me
can we
lots of
see some
flowers.
honey?
There again, David.
From a closer perspective, can we see some honey?
Roll me a perception check as you look in.
11.
You can see signs of honey, yes.
Alright, I see some honey. Who wants to go in and collect it?
So how would we be getting into it? Would we just have to... Is the opening only big enough for us to reach our arms in?
Well, I'm assuming your arm is big enough to fit in a 1 foot gap.
I'm not good with perspective, so I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Your shoulder blades are longer than that across.
But how big is it? Because all 7 of them went inside. So,
One at a time.
yeah, but I'm talking depth-wise.
Oh, that you can't tell.
Yeah.
That's more what I was thinking with reaching my arm in.
There does seem to be honey relatively near to the entrance, though. But you can get that perception check.
Okay. How about this, guys? Here's an idea. Since I have the armor of Actus active, I will go towards the hole. June is already in.
No, I'm just checking it out.
I can go towards the entrance and try to scoop with my hands any honey. And if they do get aggressive, I still have arms of Hadar. Yeah.
No.
I was thinking that we could probably pick up a few flowers, and if it is that they get aggressive, maybe we can try and just hold more flowers in front of them as a last-ditch effort to
Yeah,
placate them.
I like
Before-
that anymore.
before, I mean, what you are doing, the armor and your arms of Fadar might still be necessary, but just to avoid spooking the whole hive if we can help it.
Or you do an improv group dance. Really
We're
like
not
it.
dancing.
Do you?
It
At least I'm
works.
not dancing.
Hey, John. Do you know like the noodle arm dance from the Konosuba intro?
Hey,
Yeah.
Sure. I think that will work.
Yeah, that always makes me happier.
I myself was thinking about the chicken dance, but the noodle arm thing also works.
I have no idea what both of these things
You
you're
know what a
saying
chicken
mean.
dance is, though?
From like a high school?
No, from kindergarten. I don't know what you did in high school.
Did the chicken dance?
Won't the chicken dance probably antagonize them more though if they have any concept of mockery?
Okay, I say we send June with flowers to scoop the honey.
Yeah, you're
Gather
definitely.
as many flowers as you can. Make a nice bouquet.
Just roll me survival. See how well you manage to make your bouquet.
I'm assisting.
Assisting. Nice. It is.
There's an amazing assist. So you managed to get an okay selection of flowers. It doesn't look very good, but you know the flowers. Half of them are wilted, but you know, flowers.
Can I use druid crafts for any
Oh yeah, you can.
flowers that don't look as nice to make them look nicer?
Absolutely, going to assume you can. Multiple of them. So you managed to spruce up the flowers, make it look a bit more lively, a bit less dead. June, life springs from your hands.
Take a step.
Feels as though your touch brought them to life. Could this be the power of Eldath?
Nice. With full faith in elf death, I squeeze myself a little into the hive.
How are you squeezing
Oh, I
yourself
don't have a
in?
jar, guys. I don't have a jar.
Too late now. How are you squeezing yourself in?
This didn't we get a jar from the shop? I'm pretty sure this must have come up.
We did.
Yeah, but I wasn't carrying it.
I know we did grab the jar.
And describe to me how you're trying to squeeze yourself in specifically.
How big is the hole?
Basically like a foot squared.
Foot in centimeters. What 30 cent? Oh,
It's not big
hold
at
on.
all.
Okay. This is about 30 centimeters. If I lay on my side and then reach in with one arm, can I reach it?
You can, yeah.
Okay, that's how I go. That's how I scoop it with my hand.
So you're just simply reaching in and going straight for the honey?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach in, you rummage around, and you find something wet and sticky, and you scoop, and you pull out, and you've got a handful of honey starting to drizzle down your arm.
Can I taste it?
You can, yes.
Is it sweet?
As you lick it, it is very sweet. You also feel yourself start to feel pretty good. If you have any damage,
honey,
you gain
guys.
1 hit point.
Ooh, and I'm back to full again. Guys, I think this is some magic honey. I slowly crawl back.
As you do so, one of the bees crawls out of the hive and looks up towards you.
I hold the bouquet out, shimmy a little like they always do with their butt.
Roll me performance. We have advantage for the bouquet.
But I shouldn't have shimmy.
She's giving me flowers, but she's telling me to
This is
die.
the best. This is the best shimmy you see, guy.
Describe it in all its detail.
You guys cannot differentiate between the bee's shimmies and June's shimmy. We're just one.
Whilst Jun is doing it, the bee takes off and buzzes in front of Jun and mimics Jun. They dance around, doing a nice little shimmy, and eventually the bee comes and settles onto Jun's arm and eats the flowers. Just darting out his tongue, getting up on the nectar. He just stays there, chilling.
I just need now something to put in all the honey.
I grab the bottle from my backpack.
June, yeah, here.
And I roll it towards her.
There's a bit of distance, so...
There are stones. Okay, okay.
What can have you roll?
Both for
Perception, see how well you roll it.
Rolling what?
Perception.
Perception.
To
See if
know
you see a clear path.
perception for bowling.
Let's see, make sure you got a clear path to roll through.
Yeah, I should be fine.
It rolls and it lands over here.
Close enough. I've never been good at bowling.
Yeah, Bulls was a funny
Yeah.
game. I can never quite get the throw right. I should probably go and pick that up.
With the bee, can I get away over there?
Yeah, you can. It stays quite content on your shoulder, or your arm.
Brandon picks the jar up off the floor to hand it to John if they're nearby.
Instead of grabbing it, I just hover my arm above it to let the honey drip into it.
It very slowly starts to slide down, creating a big glob, which slowly stretches out, eventually plops down. You get a bit of honey.
Nice.
We need some more, June.
Now, can I just ask the bee in improv dancing if I can get more honey.
Roll persuasion with advantage, given you got a nat 20.
I think she actually
This-
knows the language.
This is actually not going how I thought it was supposed to go. 9.
And there it
Nice.
is.
Hey, the bee looks at you, bobbing down. It kind of tilts its head slightly. After a moment, its tongue darts out and licks your nose. It also feels fuzzy, it's weird. And that's back in, and it goes back to the flowers.
I place a kiss on his forehead and start collecting more honey.
Roll me a flat 20. Okay.
999.
999. Oh no, get the police.
Actually,
You go back to scooping your honey, and you manage to get, I'm going to say, a good handful of hands out. Before you manage to go in for your next scoop, you land on a bee instead. You hear a buzz, and you feel a bit shaking underneath your hand.
Can I pet him and then retreat my hand?
Roll me animal handling.
Nice.
You go to pet it, and you feel yourself glancing over the stinger, and quickly pull your hand back.
Hey, that's not a fuzzy butt. That was a pointy butt.
After about a
Why is
minute,
the jar of-
the buzz from inside dies down.
Does Brandon still have the jar?
yeah,
I have it.
Brandon
Actually,
was.
with you.
Brandon picked up the jar and was handing it back to you. Whether you took it from him or not is.
I did it too. I just glubbed honey in it and went back.
And Brandon just stood there awkwardly holding the jar, just like, "Hey, John, maybe you might want to take this with you."
Hey, can you come here? I can't.
Ah.
I'm too busy with reaching in the hole, petting bee, sensing.
Okay, sure.
This is a group effort, guys.
What you say about
Hey,
bee crawling over your shoulders?
hey, I got
Drop another glue.
I got 3 of them earlier. I've contributed.
Yeah.
If you want my help, there's also a risk of being in range.
No, you know, with the arms of a dart tip, I prefer if you stay there.
I'd greatly
Play with
prefer you.
bugs. I play fetch with a stick.
Okay, roll me one last flat 20.
13.
Hey, you lie there, slowly pulling out honey, dumping it into the jar, and you manage to fill the jar. At this point, your hand is incredibly sticky. Your entire arm's just coated in honey at this stage, and the bee is just settled on your head.
If I offer my arm to the bee, what does he do?
It kind of reaches out with its paws and starts kind of pushing together some of the honey.
I let him clean my arm. If that's possible.
What did you say?
I let him clean my arm, if that's possible.
He's not cleaning. He seems to be trying to make it form a shape. Occasionally it darts out its tongue and licking it. You see it start to slightly go from a congealed mass to harden ever so slightly where it's doing this.
I think he's
Okay,
trying to
I
make
pick him up and I gently put him in front of the hole.
As you try to put him down, you notice that he is now kind of partially stuck to you.
Okay.
Dave, we might need your assistance over here.
No,
Why?
I see a bit of water. I think that will help. And I clean myself here and gently get the bee off me.
Yes. I was to make you roll for it. That go too disastrously at the moment. After so much good stuff. You use water and you manage to separate your hand from the bee, at which point it kind of just shakes itself, shakes its butt at you, looks up at you, tilts its head slightly.
I place my powers in front of him. I start walking back to the ice. I'm also a guy, by the way. Making sure.
Everyone else sees the bee's head droop slightly as Jun starts to walk away. It turns around and slowly trundles back.
Don't do this. The shop is gonna get filled with animals if you.
Don't, June, don't do this. I start walking towards the nest and use the staff of flower to create a patch of flowers in front of the nest.
Hey, your flowers bloom quite nicely all around it. A couple of the bees come out and inspect them and start to eat the nectar from them, buzzing quite happily.
Thanks. Do you wanna clean your hands, June?
I already got it.
It's still mostly a mess because it was all the way up your arm, not your hand.
Oh, there is no shout.
Near the dogs.
Yeah, that was the reason I was shouting over, Dave. I was thinking you could just give Judd a Presty and yeah, it would make it all better.
Oh yeah, you have a pressy thingy. I say while letting Bella Luna lick my arm.
Their tails are wagging quite happily.
I'm not sure if honey is good for dogs, so I extremely quickly.
Lots of the honey,
Jelly, honey.
as you prestidigitation, simply drops off your arm, falling to the floor in a little mess in the mud. I wish the dog starts sniffling around it.
Don't push them away from it. Don't eat weird things from the ground, guys. Yeah,
I
cats
can
and
help
dogs.
dogs with digestive issues.
One of the dogs goes over after the stick. The other one just starts eating some grass.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, June, the stick that I threw, that's a staff of flowers. That's yours, by the way.
Luna's just in her mouth, trotting around.
Glad to know that's how we handle magic items, guys.
Or should we talk about effectively magical dogs?
I was just about to say, like, the animals themselves aren't they magical items?
I mean, technically they are.
Yeah, but I can't throw them, can I?
Do you want to try?
Good try, yeah.
No, even if I could, I wouldn't. Okay, I'm not like you. I care about things.
Good, Stu. Good.
I'm gonna play with a dog because they are much more nicer. It's not even a proper sentence, but who cares?
It's okay, John, I don't care.
You successfully play with the dog. It gives it its stick quite happily for you. It likes you. And I'm going to make you roll.
Nice.
And you leave behind Fuzzy Buzzies.
Out, I pick a few flowers for myself. Remember the. Why are you guys walking so fast? Fuck down.
We
We're not stopping for fun.